Hello everyone, welcome to a quick episode of the MTG Arena Run. Today we're going to be starting our exploration of the Pauper event, and I'm always gonna kind of go to my mainstay of Red for Pauper. It's missing a few of the key effects that I really wanted, but I got some interesting takes now. So for one, you'd probably notice that there's a lot of one mana burn. There's shock, and there's the 4 copies of Shivan Fire. One is to fuel our G2 Lava Runners. 2, it's to give us some extra oomph with Burning Prophet. This actually helps us quite a bit since we're not getting all the good card draw like Light Up the Stage or whatnot. We're gonna just have to make do with Scrying. Then just basically the game is to burn our opponent out. Got a few copies of Ornery Goblin. This one's just a concession to the Rat decks. Still, Chandra's Pyrohelix is another one. My replacement for Lightning Strike is Run Amok. Basically, this allows me to use it as a combat trick. It's actually quite good against some medium-sized creatures and whatnot. That said, there's a single copy of Heartfire just in case I can't get through that way. Also a single copy of Cosmotronic Wave. Another card I'm interested to try out is Spellgorger Weird. This card will get bigger over time. It's a bit awkward to cast at 3 mana, but if you untap and you can unload like 2 spells, this one gets reasonably big. 2 copies of Journey Mage to keep the direct damage up. And we're running just 20 lands. I guess this should be relatively fine. I'm not too familiar with how the format's being run, but let's give this one a shot. Yeah, so we're going to choose our deck. I actually wanted to do multiple decks, but it looks like I don't think you can change your deck midway. Oh, wait. Oh, you can change your deck. Okay. I'll just start with this one out first. I might consider changing decks once in a while, but I only have one at the ready, so I'm gonna go with this one. I might try the other deck near the end of the run, so we'll see how far I can get with that. With this deck, then okay, nope, that's not it. No, that was the last deck I was doing. There you go. This is the correct deck. Should be relatively simple. The other deck I wanted to try was a big mono green. Basically, the concern is we have cards like Arboreal Grazer. That one supplements Llanowar Elves. And the idea is stall long enough to hit a big 4/4, 5/5 whatnot. And it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that bad. It should be relatively fine. So I'm definitely going to keep this one first. So I'll probably open with Burning Prophet since we need to cycle through a bit of our cards. We can always hold Pyromancer a bit. So shock, go. Yes, this is a relatively boring mono red. Well, guess what? The opponent also has one of those too. So I'm definitely not going to run the Pyromancer with that mana up. So let's run Burning Prophet. Then we can do G2 Journey Mage next turn. So our opponent has. At least this time I don't have to worry about... Oh, this is red-blue Electromancer. Okay, that's a nice target. Can snipe that. I guess I'll keep the Lava Runner. So next turn we can... Well, we can't run out Lava Runner. Not yet. Okay, so this one will definitely block. Let's encourage that. We can run amok through this. Oh, he's gonna run amok through that. So let's see. Okay, we have to target this one. And we got Fanatical Firebrand. Okay, I guess I'll keep it on top. So far so good, but we are chewing through our cards. We might have problems later on. I'm actually kind of regretting keeping the Fanatical Firebrand now. It feels kind of unnecessary. Okay, maybe not so. I could have also just dumped the Fanatical Firebrand to get the extra point of damage. Kind of want to make it a bit of a surprise. Hypothesis, that's actually not too bad. This is actually an interesting take. If you can buy the time, go for it. Wait, is your opponent dead? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the opponent's dead. Okay, so we happen to beat out that opponent quite fast. So let's see how well we do the next one. My biggest fear is opposing red decks. Mono white, though they don't have that many payoffs, the life gain can still be annoying, and technically so can the creatures. They could literally just dump creatures but gain life. Dump creatures, gain life. Eventually come to a point where they can dump a large creature that I will have to spend a lot of resources just to get past. So definitely keeping this one first. I might lead with the Ornery Goblin this time. I don't really have wizard payoffs. It's only the Gitu Journey Mage is the only one. I think our opponent's having problems though. Okay. So I'm definitely gonna run Ornery Goblin first. Well, considering I have multiples, yeah, I'll run Ornery Goblin first. So let's see what our opponent drops. Ooh, this could be a Saproling deck. And guess what? Ornery Goblin. Double black. Yazotep Reaver. Okay, we're gonna shock the Reaver. So this is another take. Basically, it's kind of like mono red goblins, but instead you're just using Reavers to dump your hand. Okay, let's, dump another goblin. Interesting thing is our opponent's probably not expecting the Run Amok at this time. He probably has another way to amass. There's the 4 mana that amasses on death. So, ooh, that's an interesting trick. Yeah, probably just go for it. Why not? So he can literally just block and I don't have to ping. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother saving it. Now I have to be careful. There is such a thing called Mephitic Vapor, so I might want to wait on it a bit. So, nope, Generous Stray, so that's not an issue. One is probably not gonna swing. Okay, so I ping through this one. I have to decide if I want to save this goblin. 9876. No, I don't want to save it. So just play this. I guess we skewer our opponent. Because next turn we kind of have the Virtual Bolt, although we could still get swept up. Nice one, Nurture. I think this is it. So, yeah, we got past this one. Opponent's mandatory block. And we met and we bolt our opponent. So far so good, though we are just running into slower decks at this point. I'm guessing that yeah, we're just running to slower decks right now. I'm still waiting to run into a deck that matches our speed at least. Though to be fair, we just been getting all the good cards handed in the platter. We could also get a dud hand, like this one. We definitely have to mulligan this. Sure, we just need one more land. Okay, fine. Worst case scenario, I'm just giving our opponent a free win. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we just gave our opponent a free win, I guess. Well, at least I don't have... Okay, not a free win. That's the good news. But I do have to run Burning Prophet. And the good news is I now have Run Amok as backup, so if our opponent drops something reasonably big... Nice combo here. Basically, I get an extra damage through and I get this damage through, but I need a little more land. Yeah, I'm gonna skewer. This one's a bit greedy, but I do have another virtual burn. Yeah, I'll keep this one on top. So, but I think our opponent now has to respect the Run Amok now. So, opponent's kind of stuck. He's playing their Burning Prophet. Not gonna empty our board per se. Whisper Agent, sure. Surveil, okay. I was hoping for the Surveil synergy. It actually has some good cards here. Okay, let's get those triggers. So, yes, I want to keep that. We're still not out of the woods yet. We can get our opponent down to 6. We also traded off one Burning Prophet. I guess I could have saved it. Vicious Offering. Okay, that's fine. It means our opponent's not doing anything. Probably should have played the Ornery Goblin first though. Gonna hold back a bit. Whisper Agent. Yeah, we'll lose our other Burning Prophet maybe. One seems to be stuck on lands. No, not. Okay, that's fine. I guess now I played the Ornery Goblin. Really could use... Well, we used 2 Run Amoks already. Burn Spell would be okay. Vicious Offering, sure. Caligo Skin Witch. Okay, so that holds us off a bit. Let's play another Ornery Goblin. So we have a few things that can deal a little extra damage. This one came very late. I could swing with the Goblin. It will at least get... It will get one of these 2 out of the way. Yeah, I ditched the Witch. Burglar Rat. Yeah, a bit late. Good thing I emptied my hand there. Kind of, yeah, kind of stuck. Opponent's catching up though. Has things like, okay, he has things like Watcher and Cloud Reader Sphinx, so we're not gonna get past that. We need a genuine burn spell. Ask and you shall receive. I'm really sorry. Opponent just took too much damage along the way. No, that was a bit scary. There were only like what, three? There are only like 4 copies of Skewer the Critics, and that's pretty much our only legitimate. Well, there is Shock also, and Pyrohelix does a good imitation. The cards I really missed were the one from Kaladesh. There was a 2 mana Act of Treason, but only captured converted mana cost 4 or less, I think, or power 4 or less. This one's a bit land heavy, but I'm willing to keep this. I would prefer land lighter if I had. Okay, maybe not too bad. I have a 1 into a 2 into a 3. And if our opponent does play something like Burglar Rat, okay, I guess I have a 1 into a 2 into a 3 into a 4. Unfortunately, we don't have the Run Amok plan. I think our opponent might just... Yeah, so we just have to go for the burn plan. Yeah, he lets it through. So the reason I only played Fanatical Firebrand is because Nephitic Vapors. Okay, so much for the block plan. But I can snipe the Dark Blade Agent. So I'll probably just play Spellgorger Weird next. Bit painful, but this was the card I was expecting. Okay, does he have a fungal? Oh no, Deadweight. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. I'll run the Spellgorger Weird first, so it's kind of painful to have to run it into a Cosmotronic Wave. Most likely gonna get killed. Yeah, this many lands too early. Not much choice. I'm just gonna swing it with it. If he has the removal, so be it. Whisper Agent. Yeah, sure, that's fine. It wouldn't have mattered. I would rather keep the Cosmotronic at that point. But now I'm kind of behind in cards, so not exactly what I'm looking. Cloud Reader Sphinx. I can actually trade. So let's see. Yeah, too many lands. But at least this is how we defeat the Cloud Reader Sphinx. I'm kind of wishing I had kept the Act of Treasons in the deck. Yeah, our only way to win now is just to burn our opponent. Kinda unlikely. We're still quite creature heavy. Yeah. I'm gonna concede this one. Yeah, the more games we can get out, the better. So I'm just gonna keep running through these relatively fast. But this one's doing quite well. I'll probably do the other deck is a lot more experimental. I'm really not convinced. I'm more convinced with mono red, if only because you win quickly or you lose quickly. And in a format where you can get as many games out as possible, it's perfectly fine. So runner into profit, I guess. I never considered these cards though. Sure, it gives you a way to cycle, but I'd just get more burn. So we take 2. I'll just play the Firebrand. Get this guy out of the way. Play another Lava Runner. Hopefully one more mana we can get Journey Mage out. Expecting something along the likes of Pyromancer. Well, Spell Gorger Weir's a thing. So unfortunately I have to pull this out a bit early, but if this grows, I have no control. So I might as well just get out of the way. And yeah, you either win quickly or... I'm curious as to what our opponent had in hand that he would concede that quickly. Can't complain. We're getting our wins along the way. So like what? I think we're like 15 minutes in game wise. We took about 15 minutes on this talking about the deck. Trying to do the math in my head. Well, as I said, you either win quickly or you lose quickly. This kind of made you wish that Light Up the Stage was not was a common just for our situation, but this actually makes me glad it's not an uncommon. So definitely getting the profit out since we really need that scry action. I could have gone Ornery Goblin, but I think the scry is much more important. Also, I don't want to get blown out by a... Wait, they have their own profit. So I could Sheath and Fire. Slightly complicated, but yep, okay, so I needed the land, so that goes in the bottom. This could be blue-red wizards, but again, most of the payoffs are uncommon. So I think this is just some blue-red cheaper big spells. There's still Gorger Weird. Okay, yep. Usually your opponent will be scared of that. So I'll play my own Spell Gorger Weird. If only because we have something on turn 4 that we could, but our opponent's gonna start growing this, we're gonna have problems. Oh, okay, he's gonna start growing 2 of them. We're gonna have problems. So no blocks. Okay, I'm gonna pass. And I'm gonna play Ornery Goblin. Make it seem like I'm legit. End the turn. Because I'm afraid he has a... Yep, that's just a regular op. Wait. Hey, no. I think I passed everything. Yep, I passed everything. That was a mistake. And contentious plants, so these grow really big. Yuck. I made a mistake. You really have to be careful with that trigger finger. So our out is Well, so we'll take 12. This doesn't have trample. That's the good news. So I have to leave something behind. Let's see what opponent else has. Yeah, I made a mistake on the... So let's get those triggers out. Mountain. Yeah, I do want them. Kind of want the mountain. But it's kind of over for me also. I need to hold 2 creatures back. Okay, don't need the second mountain. Yeah, I goofed up on this one. In fact, I'm tempted to just hold both back. I have no choice, because if they just have one burn spell for one of these guys, that's it. Yep, I think that's good game enough. I won't be able to catch up. Yeah, this was me careless on triggers. I could have sniped one of them. Then I'd only have one to worry about instead of 2. Those are the days. But at least you get to watch me make the mistakes so you don't make them. At least I hope you don't end up making them. So, yeah, this is keepable. Plenty of ones. 1 into 2 for the most part. Yes. Yeah. I have a bit of a head cold. It's kind of hard to stifle. Fanatical Firebrand, generally okay. Okay, probably opponent forgot that this generates a trigger. I'm just gonna dump the other lava runner. I don't see the point of playing the pyromancer just yet. Again, this is like this is virtually uncounterable damage in a sense, so I have to treat this as a burn spell that I kind of want to play mid game. Interesting enough, it also means that next turn, if our opponent drops like a burning pyromancer, so it's actually quite perfect. In fact, well, I don't think our opponent's gonna attack. We can just get away with Pyrohelix. Well, Shivan Fire. I could cast Shivan Fire too, but that's let's just go with the Pyrohelix. We're not that much in a rush yet. Oh, okay, it's not wasted. We got another Fanatical Firebrand. So opponent gets to sack this in response, but at least none of our lava runners are endangered. And if our opponent drops something, we can probably Shivan Fire Fanatical Firebrand combo. Yeah, opponent should just sack this. Might as well get the damage through. He just let it through. Oh, he just conceded. That's why. In theory, you should expect Pyrohelix. If only because they did not ban... They didn't ban the rats. They didn't ban Rat Colony. They only banned Persistent Petitioners. So you should still expect people to run spells that take out X1s. I could have run the sorcery version that was 1 mana cheaper, but I felt the instant utility was worth it. So this one's actually not so good. Well, sure, we got running Burning Prophets. I'm actually thankful that this one's a human wizard. I was about to ditch the Journey Mage plan altogether, but having extra wizards kinda helped a bit. It was either this or... What was the other card that was Contempt? Okay, there's a Run Amok. Now, there is some direct damage, so Run Amok can get me past that at least. So let's see what our opponent drops. This is awfully slow. Still gonna be patient though. If I can wait it out, I'll wait it out. This probably means our opponent's dropping like a 4-drop right about now. Parhelion Patrol. Okay. So we'll also get extra damage too, so that's nice. Yeah, definitely want to keep that skewer. Because I suspect the skewer's gonna get some extra damage through. I don't think that's actually possible. Our opponent has a big drop, in which case we just go Cosmotronic Wave. Sand Griffin. Sure. I'm actually gonna do it on my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on my turn because Senate Griffin. Shivan Fire. Yeah, sure, that stays on top. Yep. Sees the writing on the wall. Probably assumed I had another burn spell. So, Mono Red punishing slower decks up to this day. My experience with Pauper back in MTGO, I actually also have a Mono Red Goblin deck there. That one, also blisteringly fast. Your goblins are basically virtual 2/2s for 1 mana, and there's lots of extra ways to get damage through. I really like that one a lot. Also got to run 18 lands through that. So I'm gonna wait because I'm assuming there's a Knight's Pledge coming up. Now it'll suck if it turns out our opponent just has a defensive spell. Adamant Whip, Moment of Triumph. Yeah, so they had that instead. That's fine. Yeah, me and my hubris, I probably should just shock. Now, but here comes the crux of the question. Do I just let our opponent through? You know, I'm just gonna shock it again. Yeah. Kind of a waste though, but it is what it is. Now, we're going to be slightly... Well, maybe not too far behind. I could just start... Opponent unloads this one, I could just start running Pyro... I'll probably run the Burning Prophet first. Western Falcon here. So he's gonna gum up the ground. Okay, there's our third mana source. So I could... I'm probably gonna just do Pyromancer, hit our opponent, then skewer the bird before our opponent actually has and okay, keep the shock. We'll definitely need that. And I'm actually gonna start paring down. Ooh, opponent took it. This probably means our opponent has a Pride of Conqueror strategy, so I have to be careful on that end. But that said, Rustwing Fountain 2. Actually interesting, because I can now play a second Burning Prophet. Shock the Falcon. At least get some triggers for... Okay, Ornery Goblin. I don't think I want Ornery Goblin. I don't think I want Spellgorger Weird this time. So I get the swing with this one. I'm going to try to force a pair down. Suspecting Pride of Conquerors. Ooh, Rising Populace is also an issue. Oh, I got 4 mana already, so that bit didn't matter. So I'm actually gonna hold back. I'm gonna wait for the attack. He'll swing with these. He'll swing with the Conquistadors first. Try to grow the Populace. Why not? Okay, this is interesting. So I'm gonna pass. I just need a way to snipe the Rising Populace. Oh, Healer's Hawk. Angel. Ooh, nice follow-up. So this one blocks this. I don't think I can take 12. I will take 6 at least, though. Okay, and there's a trick. Oh, he's still sorting this out. Then this trigger will hit the stack. So at least I kept the Rising Populace from getting any stuff. But now I'm in serious hurt. Pyrohelix. Just gonna let it through, I suppose. So take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still probably dead. Yeah, at least this mono white build was much faster. So close to, I think we're past the half-hour mark already at this point. But so far not so bad. We're almost halfway through at least. Could there have been other choices I'd made, like I would have gone for more creature sniping? Yeah, that's probably a reasonable choice. Okay, this is the buy me some time until I draw a creature plan. This is probably a horrible hand to keep. So I wanna. I'm very likely to just unload the shock first. The rat. Sure, we'll discard the Cosmotronic Wave. No, we'll just discard the Shivan Fire first. We have 2 of them. We'll keep the other one for now. Now, at this point, I'm more likely to discard lands if we encounter another rat. Toll of the Invasion. I'll let him pick. We'll probably lose Skewer the Critics. This one is another way. This one's another good choice. Hand control. This one could easily be done in mono black, especially if your opponent did not manage to stick a turn 1 or turn 2 threat. This is perfectly fine. Well, I could in hindsight, I probably should have cast this. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Okay, not too much. Okay, there's an ornery goblin, so we don't have to worry about that. These two. Well, he can still kill it, though. It's not rocket science. Hand attack's actually a very good strategy here, I'd say. At this point, I'm probably dead at this point. So I'm just gonna throw that out. I'm really curious. I might want to build this deck the next time around, especially when a lot of some of the cards like this one are gonna rotate out, but the rest are still perfectly fine. I really want to see how this one is, so the next time we get to Pauper again, I could learn from this. I wouldn't be surprised if they had the blue Amass Bounce spell. Okay, so that's Burning Prophet. It'll hurt if our opponent has one more hand attack spell. Ooh. That's a very good choice too. So mostly removal. This is probably the only threat our opponent has. Remember, you can target yourself, so let's be careful with that. Hindsight, probably better off attacking this one. Opponent's shown to have at least enough amass spells to make this go higher. Oh, there's also fungal infection. That's also very good. Yep. There's the amass package. So I actually like that build. Let's try not to run into that again. That was a horrible set of cards we kept. Well, it's hard to say. If our opponent was creature-centric, a little bit, that would have been one of the better hands to keep. So it's really hard to say what you're up against. So this one's much better, in my opinion. It's a lot more balanced. Turn 1 Lava Runner. Turn 2 Shock and Skewer if I have to. Okay, I don't have to, so... You have to be careful of things like fungal infection, but... I'd rather get it out of the way now, so I can cast Spell Cordier Weird next. Ooh, card draw. That's gonna go here. I'm actually gonna just cast the Spell Cordier Weird. So we can buy ourselves a little time. We're not too much in a rush. That's Bloom Talib. Okay, so we... I can actually just G2 Fire Mage also. Okay, so let's save this for later. So I definitely want to shop this one. That grows Talib. Definitely want to play this one. And what the heck? Just swing with. Yeah, let's swing with everyone. Let's make it. Oh, he didn't trade off. Kind of waste, but at least this forces our opponent to sack the sapling if you're going for vicious hunger. Oh, there's also that. Okay, not too shabby. I'm probably gonna end this episode a little bit earlier. Maybe when I hit the second planeswalker reward. Gonna take a bit of an earlier break today, so I'm really tired. Okay, this is a good keep with a Gitu Lava Runner surprise, and yeah, I had the feeling it was gonna be red. So far, we've been lucky that our opponent didn't bother to try shocking this. Ooh, red-green. Pyromancer. Personally, if Spellgorger Weird is making me make some weird decisions, so I have to be careful with that. Okay, opponent's holding back. Let's hit first. I suspect our opponent has some sort of removal. If not, you know what? It's fine. Get rid of the spell. Kill the Spellgorger Weird. I wouldn't mind it too much, actually. Yeah, there should be a burn spell coming right about. Okay. Frenzied Arings. It's got Ride and Trample, making it 4/4. He's got. Honestly, he should suspect something's wrong. Okay, so I get to hit him for 3, which is fine, which means I can skewer this guy the old-fashioned way. Okay, let's make sure. Okay, one target each. Let's make sure we got that right. And also a spec kill spell. Okay. And this is why I play Run Amok. You're never gonna see it. Well, actually, you'll still see it coming. If he blocks the Lava Runner. Actually, I have other choices. I could just choose to use Heartfire. So this buffs it. So yeah, let's let it through. I still lose the Lava Runner, but at least I buffed it through a little bit. If our opponent plays another Crocodile, shock gets me through. I would prefer to have another creature. Colossal Dreadmaw. Okay, there's an ornery goblin I can use. So, let's see. Anywhere else? No. Fanatical Firebrand. Ooh, he's gonna snipe the goblin. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, so band together. Oh wait. It's unfortunate that I'm still gonna lose the Spell Gorger Weird. There's no way around it. Kinda wish I kept the Heartfire mana up now. Yeah, band together is really good. Yeah, I'd say probably should not have used Run Amok. So snipe the gob. Yep, snipe it now. So now I have 3 turns to deal. 2 turns. Okay, so that's not gonna do it. So I can deal 5. So unfortunately, I need to draw Viashino Pyromancer. Ornery Goblin is not gonna do it. Actually, wait. Block, deal 5, and... Band together is an instant, so I have to pass block. This brings me down to 1, so I really need to draw that right creature. Well, if he has a burn spell, it ends me too. And yep, good game. I didn't draw what I need. Yeah, unfortunately, that was literally the only out I had left. Yeah, I didn't see the band together coming. That was a clever play. That was kind of what I wanted the mono green plan to do, but it did feel a bit slow. Okay, so guess I'll... Yeah, this one's reasonable to keep. Probably Burning Prophet turn 2. I suspect this is... Oh, this mono black still could be Burglar Rat. Okay. I will... discard the land. Okay. I'll probably... Okay. That's what kind of what I was hoping, actually. I'll play the Burning Prophet first. Interesting now that I'm seeing mono black playing rats that are not Rat Colony. Perfectly fine, actually. Yeah, there's spares. At least it means... Ooh. Opponent has to use 2 kill spells? Sure, yes please. If it means these guys can survive longer, that's fine. I'll play the Viashino Pyromancer. Probably gonna lose it. I'm also probably gonna lose the skewer, so I might as well just play it now. So at least we have some run. Oh, okay, opponent's stuck. Okay, I'm afraid of the Mephitic Vapor, so I'm gonna just create one at a time. We got an inheritance. Now we have a race on our hands. Thankfully, if there's anything that will convince me to play a second one, it'll be that. Now here comes the Mephitic Vapors. Or not, I'm fine. Probably should have played the Journey Mage first. But then again, if he had some spot removal, I would have just played Run Amok instead. Okay. Not sure. I'll let that land. I'm gonna save the Run Amok for as long as I can. Opponent's kind of top decking, but do note that he has a 4 life reserve, so we have to be careful on that. The opponent's thankfully down to 0 cards. Okay, perfect. Now our opponent has to decide if he wants to crack. Well, we're only dealing 7 damage. Ooh, I think we kind of lucked out on that one. Technically, our opponent had 2 more turns, but yeah, we managed to survive that one. Not bad. So one more win, and I'm calling it the night. Whew. This is very keepable. So it looks like the meta, at least, yeah, there's plenty of black at least. Oops, that was very close. Be very careful with those clicks. Yeah, I'll play the goblin now. I guess that it means our opponent does have the fungal. Okay, that's a surprise. I would have fungal infection this one. Oh, let's see, I did that. So now we need an actual creature. I guess I'll wait a little bit. You have to remember that black has a lot of... Red is not the only one with removal. Black also has it, so... Azatep Reaver... Yeah, I'll hold it for now. Okay, got the Lava Runner. That said, I feel like I'm still enabling. Oh, okay, good, that too. I was concerned I was enabling fungal infection. Ooh, finally, an actual rat colony. Oh, he's laying it true? Okay. Kind of a waste, but I need to have the trigger hit. Yeah, that's good keep. has 4/1 rats. Or not. Yeah, I'm willing to take the damage. There's another rat colony. Okay, let's keep that on top. Let's keep them shocks rolling. Okay, good. Ooh, and thank you, 1 toughness. Okay, so... Okay. That's... Yep. And for those who are saying, why are we letting rat colonies? Because they give us a few easy wins, more or less. That's why we let it stay. Anyway, so I'm gonna call it a night. It's only like a few more, 6 more wins, so I'm gonna make that part 2. So there you go. That's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. Yeah, let's crack this pack. Why not? If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. I'll finish this one up soon, but you'll probably get this part 1 first. Part 2 might be a bit delayed. Then next up, another trio of Planeswalkers. I'll admit it's more fun. It's more fun than actually that competitive, but we're getting there. At least it gives us a chance to showcase all the Planeswalkers, see how they work out. Kind of waste. There are 36 Planeswalkers after all. Might as well see them all. Okay, I wish I could say the same thing about this. I would prefer the red vehicle at the least. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time.